Fox 61 News at 6 starts now.
We are following breaking news in West Hartford, where a crash in the area of exit 46 has closed down the highway. Thanks for watching the news at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Fox 61's Tim Latow has been in that area. This is the Sisson Boulevard exit. He's been there for a couple hours now. So, Tim, what's happening right now? Are you noticing any changes since we last checked in?
Yeah, we have Sarah and Brent. Still all lanes eastbound are closed on I-84 here. More officers continue to show up on scene, and they're out there with their flashlights searching around a large truck further up the highway. There are at least a half dozen law enforcement cars down there, along with what appears to be a DOT truck. More law enforcement vehicles continue to arrive on scene as officers have been walking around down there, talking with themselves and looking on the ground and inside that truck. The scene is between Oakwood and Quaker on I-84, and it's blocked off beginning at Troutbrook Drive. Earlier, we spoke with a school bus driver and parents who said their route was delayed by a half hour because of this crash. So certainly not good timing for the end of the school day as well as the commute home, as this crash continues on for several more hours after it started earlier this afternoon. For now, live in West Hartford, Tim Latow, Fox 61.
All right, we're taking a live look at some breaking news. This is at Kentucky State University in Frankfort. One person's dead, another is seriously hurt. This is in a shooting. Police are now saying a suspect is in custody. This happened around 3:30 this afternoon. There's still no word on what may have led up to that shooting. We're waiting for more details, but police will be holding a press conference in about an hour. So we'll bring you those details live on Fox 61 Plus. That's during our news at 7. But we're tracking this breaking news story in Kentucky, a shooting, but a suspect is in custody.
And as any breaking news develops, stay with us on air, online at fox61.com and the free Fox 61 News app. Just scan the QR code on your screen. You can also stream the latest news on your smart TV. We're getting a new look tonight at an hours-long standoff that led to a dead suspect and the discovery of a decomposing body in Stamford.
The Office of the Inspector General released that body cam footage and a report that goes into detail on what officers encountered that day.
Fox 61's Valerie Moravi went through the videos and the report and joins us live in studio now with the latest. Valerie.
That's right, guys. Well, the new footage we are about to show you gives us a closer look at the hours-long standoff between Jed Parkington and several law enforcement agencies on December 2nd. Now, that includes the moment police say they tried to persuade Parkington to leave the home peacefully and what the medical examiner determined for the cause of death of the other person found in the home.
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. Hey, get that angle. It's all right, calm down.
This video shows the intense moment as law enforcement officers approach the home of 63-year-old Jed Parkington after hours of negotiating with the man to end what started as an eviction order on Oakland Avenue at 9 a.m. on December 2nd.
Stay right here, stay right here. Stay. No, too far. Give me an angle, give me an angle, give me an angle. I'm trying. Calm down, boys.
It was an eviction order gone wrong. Officers called for backup as Parkington continued to fire at them. Drones showed windows with cinder blocks and what appeared to be a roll of carpet in the window. Police say they talked to Parkington for a time, but he did not leave.
Well, is there any way we could come to an agreement, Jed? Let's get the dog. At least get the dog inside. You know
I just can't believe I can't get downstairs, my friend.
Around 3:35 p.m., police say they suddenly heard a single shot from inside the residence. A drone was flown and they found Parkington with a single gunshot wound to the head, and he appeared to be dead. They also found several explosives and another body across the room. The medical examiner concluded that the cause of death of the other person was, quote, blunt impact injuries of head and torso with gagging, and the manner of death to be a homicide.
Now, the identity of those remains has not been released at this moment, but I'm going to continue to go through those videos and we'll share more tonight at 10 and 11. For now, live in the studio, and Valerie Moravi at Fox 61.
All right, Durham Road in Madison is back open after a person died in a crash this morning. Police say only one car was involved. We don't know many details about the crash or how many people were in the car. We still don't know the name of the person who died. We will provide updates on the investigation as it unfolds.
Tonight, we have an exclusive look at a large house fire. This was in Willington. The fire chief says it's most likely a total loss. Not only were crews battling the fire in today's cold temperatures, but their only source of water nearby was just a local pond. Fox 61's Solina Arif shows us what's left of the house, and she also talked with the fire chief exclusively about what happened.
I just talked with Willington's fire chief, and he says this was a second alarm fire, and it took them about an hour and a half to get most of it under control. A second alarm fire means more calls for aid.
When they arrived, there was a large amount of fire at the front of the house, which called in a few extra tankers because of the rural area. We don't have any water here. So thankful to our mutual aid partners that came out and supported us.
Willington Fire Chief Alex Moore says 6 to 7 different departments had to pull water from a pond further up the road. That made it more challenging using tanker trucks to fuel their fight, since they didn't have access to water anywhere near this neighborhood. One man was home with his pets when the fire started, but they all made it out safely. Moore says it looks like the fire started in the basement, and in this neighborhood surrounded by trees, it thankfully didn't spread to any neighbors' homes. Moore says with all the fires you've heard about on the news this year, it's a good reminder that it can happen to anyone, which is why everyone needs to make a plan and stay prepared.
Just make sure your smoke detectors are working. That's really the biggest. Have a plan to get outside in a meeting area outside of the house by the mailbox.
For now, the fire is under investigation, and the Red Cross is helping the person who lived here. Reporting in Willington, Solina Arif, Fox 61.
Well, new here at 6, a former Meriden teacher turned herself into police last week on allegations she had an inappropriate relationship with a student several years ago. Investigators tell us Sierra Picard had sexual encounters with a now Maloney High School graduate. It's unclear when and how many times this happened, but once the district got word of this, they told police. Picard resigned last August. She's out on bond right now and will face a judge on sexual assault charges a week from today.
Enfield police say they are searching for a man who robbed a Subway restaurant earlier today. Officials tell us the suspect demanded money from the cashier, said he was robbing them, and then put his hand into his pocket, but never actually showed a weapon. It's unclear if the cashier gave him money. He then took off. Investigators haven't provided any more details about the suspect at this time.
A man accused of killing a woman and her 4-month-old baby appeared in front of a judge this morning. Lance Morales is has been charged with murder with special circumstances, in addition to other charges for the November 2024 death of 20-year-old Josiah Mercado and her son, Messiah Diaz. A third person was also hurt in that shooting, but they survived. Today, the state attorney asked the judge to approve 2-week swabs from Morales after evidence was found in a car. The judge granted the state's motion for now testimonial evidence. His next court appearance will be on February 10th. And a man is accused of killing his father last month and has pleaded not guilty in court. The court will now select a group of jurors for the trial. He's due back in court January 27th. Joshua Popolarsik's arrest warrant claims he admitted to killing his father on November 14th. Farmington officers say they found 62-year-old David Popolarsik inside his Birch Street home with several stab wounds. The warrant claims Joshua told detectives he thought about killing his father since he was a kid. Police say he told them his father abused the family in the past.
The Inspector General's office has determined Stamford police did not cause a man's death when he was in a jail cell earlier this year. They did say the officers on duty could have prevented his death. The chief medical examiner ruled Jamal Linton's death a suicide. The Inspector General says police failed in 2 areas, including not checking on the inmate the required 4 times. Records show they only checked on him once. You can read more about the report right now on fox61.com.
100. Well, 100 airmen from the Connecticut National Guard's 103rd Airlift Wing have returned home after being deployed in Djibouti, Africa. The airmen landed at the Bradley Air National Guard base to greet their excited loved ones.
Fox 61's Alicia Hercules takes us there.
It was an emotional return home for many of the airmen after being away from their loved ones for months. As the airmen got off the plane, they rushed into their loved ones' arms. Malaysia Hamilton, a staff sergeant, says she couldn't be happier to be back home.
It feels great. I feel like I've been waiting for this moment since we left.
Her mother, Jessica Lloyd, says she missed having her daughter home.
I miss my baby. This is my oldest, so she is definitely a leader and means a lot to me.
The 100 airmen from the 103rd Airlift Wing were deployed to Djibouti in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, Horn of Africa. The Airlift Wing, known as the Flying Yankees, operates the 130H Hercules aircraft. They provide tactical airlift capabilities important for both state and federal missions. Connor Richardson describes his time in Djibouti as life-changing.
It was a good experience going to Djibouti and had a lot of fun, you know, met a lot of people, but it's good to be back. It's a lot cooler here, but you're going to have to adjust to that.
His father, Tom Richardson, says he's so happy to have him back.
Oh, it's great to have him home for the holidays. Perfect timing. Oh, couldn't be more proud of him for what he did for our country over there.
Hamilton says enlisting in the Air Force has been such an incredible honor.
Nothing can really prepare you for enlisting, but if you do, it will be one of the most life-changing experiences that you could have.
And now the airmen say they're looking forward to getting back into the swing of things at home and finishing school. In East Granby, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.